Hey guys, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2015 indie film, Playing It Cool, starring Chris Evans. I'm just going to list everyone. Chris Evans is the main character. Michelle Monaghan is the female opposite of his. Aubrey Plaza's in this. Luke Wilson. What's his face? Martin Starr. Anthony Mackie is in this. Which is hysterical because you have Anthony and Chris as, Falcon and Cap in all the Avengers films. Perfect. Who else? Who else is in this? Bunch of other people. Bunch of other people are in this. I said Luke Wilson, right? Luke Wilson's awesome. Okay, so I hadn't seen First of all, I didn't know this movie existed until very recently. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't know anything about it. It never had a theatrical release. I mean, it had a limited release, but it doesn't really count because it was a VOD, it was a VOD, video on demand kind of movie first. The director I've never heard of before, his last name's Reardon, something to that extent. So it takes place in Los Angeles and Seattle. That's where its both filming locations are. Plot of the story is, Topher Grace. Topher Grace is in this film. Let me tell you, bearded Topher Grace with a scruffy Chris Evans are a hilarity romantic duo, and I need to see more of them because they could totally do some kind of a buddy comedy movie. It would be perfect. This was hysterical anyway, but I totally could see the two of them. And Aubrey Plaza doing anything is just absolutely perfect. Aubrey and Chris Evans scenes are just on point. On point. The past flinging, friend buddy type of situation that they had. So all of them are writers in Los Angeles. And Chris Evans and Topher Grace's characters are going to some fundraiser where they meet Michelle Monaghan's character. So Chris Evans' character's name's Me because he's narrating it, so he just says me and I, and he always refers to Michelle as her. They don't actually have names. It's just me and her. And then everybody else has names. Like Topher's name is Scott, etc., etc. Mallory is played by Aubrey, etc., etc. So Me meets her at this fundraiser, and then Me goes on a quest to find her, and Me is emotionally unavailable. Her is about to get engaged, and it's this, rom-com. It's a cliche film, and he's trying to fight all the tropes of rom-com, and, he doesn't believe in love, and Topher Grace is, desperately falling in love with the guy at the bookstore, and he doesn't think he's, gay. He's 100% sure he's straight because he thinks Terminator's the greatest romance movie instead of Ghost. And it turns out he's not, and they get together at the end, and the Me and her get together at the end. But it's this beautiful story that's an hour and 34 minutes long, very quick, very funny. Again, anything Aubrey Plaza does is absolute gold. But I haven't seen Chris Evans do a film like this, rom-com wise, since 2011's What's Your Number? 2010? When did that movie come out? I think it was 2011 when he plays Colin. He's opposite Anna Faris in Boston, and it's just absolute hilarity. So, and he kind of looks the same. He kind of has the same kind of hair, roughly, in this film that he did in that film, which is funny because Captain America was in between the two of them, and then Winter Soldier was after this film, as in filming, because this film wrapped up 2013. Winter Soldier came out in 2014. But again, like I said, it's funny seeing Anthony Mackie playing his boss, Brian, and Chris Evans' boss, Brian, in this film, because they're boss and associate worker employee versus teammates in a Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's kind of entertaining. Yeah, I need to see this movie again and again and again. But like I said, I really want to see a Topher Grace and a Chris Evans buddy comedy film. That would be absolutely hilarious. And throw Aubrey Plaza in there. Aubrey Plaza can do no wrong. No wrong. Good for you, Aubrey. Excellent. Mucho mahalo, guys.